Hello, my name is Francine. Okay, and this is Joe.
Stop, please. What do you want us to ask? What's that? What do you want us to do?
Giuseppe. Get up. My name is Francine, and this is
Forget about it. Just do it over again.
Okay. Hello, my name is Francine,
And my name is Giuseppe Baldo.
and we're the parents of Athena Baldo. And we just wanted
Athena Anna Baldo.
Athena Anna Baldo, and we just kind of want to give you a quick background of how Athena came to be. Joe and I met in 1994 in Cancun, Mexico. I was there on a trip with my girlfriend. He was there on a trip with his cousin and his friend. We met on a beach.
On a beach?
Well, at a hotel on the beach.
I was at a hotel.
Anyway, so we met in Cancun. We both were from Chicago. We ended up having a lot in common in regards to where we were from.
I thought you asked for a peso.
And
Exchange.
yes, and we, unbeknownst to one another, I flew in like a week after he was there, and we were actually staying in the same hotel.
What happened to the plane ride home?
And we ended up coming home on the same flight. Everything was booked in advance, and so we didn't even know that we were booked in the same hotel and booked in the same flight home. We spent the entire trip together, getting to know one another, and so we got home from Chicago. We got home from Chicago,
Yeah.
and about
So after a great week with Francine and her friends, 2 days later, I ended up giving her a call. And my son, Alfonso, was in the background as we were talking.
he was married before. He had a son, and I remember we were on the telephone, and I heard a little boy talking. I said, "Oh, is that a little boy?" And he said, "Yes, it's my sister's son." I said, "Oh, that's nice. His name's Alfonso." Come to find out, it was not his sister's son, it was his son. So we started dating. He had a son from his previous wife. And we're from Chicago. He's a great dancer. I'm a pretty good dancer. We did a lot of dancing. Then I get pregnant with our first child. So now I've got 5 children within 5 years. That was special. So we found a house right down the street, right across the street from the elementary school, on a corner lot. It was perfect house to raise kids in. And we bought that house.
Well, we
And
bought the house because literally you have to just open the door and they would walk across the street.
to school. It was so perfect. Our house was very important to us, and all the kids in the neighborhood would come, all of Athena's friends. All of our kids were all basically the same age, so they all had the same group of friends. So our house was the house. And then within the first 5 years, Joe and I separated. And it was a little rough. You know, I had a lot of kids, but we made it work. The kids were not uprooted and had to change schools. Our lives remained very, very normal and on course, and that was very important to Joe to make sure that nobody was like uprooted and kind of frazzled. So Joe and I worked as a team no matter what. Now our kids are grown, and Joe and I still remain pretty much of a team. We have kids that are in Nebraska and Colorado, 2 back here in Chicago now. But together although not married, not together, we still are very much together and still are a unit in regards to raising our kids.